So, how's everyone doing? Hey, Robert. Hey, Cressinario. Y'all done being busy? Hey, Dr. Coconut. I'm hanging in there. I didn't trigger my tailbone at all today, immensely. I mean, it still hurts, and like, if I position the wrong way, sure, but like, I haven't had a lockup, which is good. But it sucks because I find this weekend's been really crappy weather-wise, so I haven't found myself outside as much, and I don't feel like using the treadmill here. So I've been like just bed rotting. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, I've been getting ready for bed bug inspections, so been cleaning here and there. I mean, they already sprayed for like roaches, so I've never been found with bed bugs, so I should be pretty good. But I don't know. I'm always nervous every time the inspections come around because you never know. You never know if life's gonna fuck you in the ass. Let's finish this, gents. Yeah, in about 2 minutes. I had pizza earlier today, so I'm hoping to not get a Taco Tuesday moment. So far, I feel alright. But God forbid I celebrate on a Snoot stream with some pizza. I was barely started, but I already know this week is going to be a very busy one for me. I wonder, because I was planning on streaming, or re-streaming, replaying, I Don't Want to Forgive That Gator. Because now I'm allowed to play it again on stream. So we're going to be going through that again with the revisions. That'll probably be Wednesday, and if not, probably Friday. Don't jinx yourself, yeah. I was jinxing myself when I was thinking about having a pizza. I'm like, do I want to risk it? It's always in my thoughts, man. That's just who I am. Gastrointestinal issues fucking over pork in an hour, yeah. You'd be surprised how, like, many gut problems I just have with, like, food. It's definitely a Russian roulette stomach style. But yeah, we're 5 minutes in, so we'll start this. Oh boy, did we have a bonus story with this one? I forget. Now, these feel familiar. But we went through this one, right? Yeah, we went through that one. Alright. Oh yeah, we have these choices to make. So I can't forget about those. Don't let me forget. Alright. Oh yeah, we were saying which song do we want to leave off on? I should have refreshed myself and made this a vote. And I forgot to check if latency was low for the stream, so that's gonna be fun too. I had to go to live chat. Top chat is retarded. It is. I hate that it's the default. I wish I could change that. Um, so should we go Fang or Lucy? I'll go with whoever first posts in chat because waiting for a consensus just sucks when you're like a low time YouTuber. Flucy song that doesn't make sense. I need a definitive answer. Go for Lucy. Okay, I'll pull the trigger, but not Trish. She looks at me, gripping the neck of the guitar tightly. Her chest shudders suddenly, and she has to look away to regain her focus. After a brief period, her head returns to the instrument, eyes closed, fingers motion for the start of the tune, slowly picking up the pace. With it, so does her heartbeat. Her look told me everything I needed to know. It'll be about me, about us. Actual music. I gotta turn this up. Yeah, the mic's picking up. I apologize for the mic. Thanks for the sub, SMG Bear. Alright, I think it's safe to pull the mic closer. You ever thought about how is it we ended up like this? The two of us sitting here now after all these years. Life, life always finds a way. For all of the parts that got orchestrated, much of it was just dumb luck and coincidence. I went with the flow mostly. Funny considering the current situation. I guess I could say the same about me. Striving for the things that have taken me nowhere. It feels like such a distant memory now, but it could have been our future, yet it's not. It's trying to think about. Good thing we didn't become that future then. I like us more now as we are. It was a mess to figure out, but we managed, like we always do. Yeah, sub jump scare, I know, right? Right, it's taken from the Goodbye Volcano High main menu. Oh, the tide sound? Oh, I gotcha. So, explain to me the songs. Are those like actually like sung by someone, or was that AI? I couldn't tell because I have the neck set, which it downgrades sound quality a bit. It's not like wearing headphones or earbuds. Anyways, I remember how you used to be way back when. You could have looked away and done your own thing, but you chose not to. I find that courage beautiful. It's the Anon I fell in love with. I felt more comfortable around you than I did among anyone else. Definitely not AI. Well, my PC just blue screen. That sucks. I don't really want to think about the past myself. It scares me how idiotic I once was. Even if I had my little moments of wisdom, they don't make up for the compounding travesty of young Anon. It's like I didn't even try to help you. I don't know. I'd argue there was a good heart hiding down there all along. Just needed a little tug. And if a botched song is what it took, then I'm fine with that. It's Adele McAllister's Canyon, wonderful singer. I mixed it down from 6 minutes to just 2-3. Alright, nice. Those flaws are essential. I can't put aside such an important part of who you are, and neither can I. I was in a different boat. I couldn't forget. If I had spent all my time lingering on the band, the fang, the broken wing, I know exactly how I'd ended up. It wouldn't have been pretty. Ending too. Worse off than just having a pair of fucked up lungs. It's a relief to see myself and just be okay with that, you know? Don't you feel the same way? Doubt never truly went away, did it? Do I admit that to her? Do I admit I didn't learn my lesson? She has grown so much since the girl I had met on the rooftop. What about me? I suppose so. I know your little tricks by now, Anon. Talk to me. Shit. It's been a rough few years for me. Had too much time to marinate in my own thoughts. I'm still uncertain. I just keep fucking up even when I should know better by now. Or ever really. But I'll not let that but I'll not let that get to me, I promise. I don't want to make it seem like all your efforts have gone to waste. Sound familiar, Anon? Everything that's happened to us feels so important now. A Lucy that didn't travel the same route as me would have never met you. Can you believe that? I can't. I wouldn't want that for myself. It was comfortable being Fang, living in that tiny little world. Just me, my band, and a big dream. But in the end, all I ever wanted was to break out of my boundaries and become someone better. It took me time to understand what was really keeping me shackled. It took you. Someone who could see me in a way I could never see myself. You saved me, Anon, whether you want to admit it or not. I'll always be grateful for that. I love you. Glad I could help. Better late than never. Better late than never. Bonus story. Ending 1B completed. Punish Anon. Oh no, I got like the ending 3 of the game, huh? No credits? Okay. You almost got me there. Based on Snoot Game by Caveman on. Also developed in Rempe. Special thanks, Michael, co-writer extraordinaire. Serifma? Lucy epilogue outfit. Nicole Goodnight. CD Depraxis. Mellow. Mojob and Fishing Trip mod teams. Music used. Music. Final Fantasy Type O. Oh, is the Goodbye Volcano High song gonna be the Fang song? An endless amount of printer paper. Miscellaneous sources. The end. May 4th, 2025. That's a lot of work for a mod started way back then. Well, not even way back then. That was just a couple months ago. That's crazy. Your waifu is trash, and your taste is shit. It's kind of dark for a Goodbye Volcano High song. How many endings are there? Only one. LSS is an extension of ending one, so to speak. I gave up on doing branching choices really early into development. Yeah, 3 months is crazy. Alright. We can take a swig. Thanks for playing. Well, we got a bonus story still, and I think we still have another one to unlock, don't we? I think we have to unlock it through one of those 4 choices. You're finished the main game. Thank you for playing. Alright, well, hold on, let me check what the bonus story is. Oh, there's 2 of them already out. Closing Thoughts and Caldera Holidays. I want to do more of those choices. So, I'm gonna be stupid. Right, what was this one? Load. Oh yeah, I remember that one. Load. This one, if there was dialogue on this one, if I've grown past such needs. I didn't delete Saturnia for nothing, after all. I know we went a little bit into this, but I didn't know where it branches back together. But damn, she really just had this in her wardrobe this whole time? We can give this a shot, maybe she'll be into it. It just, okay, it just does that. But nah, it's the same, I'm pretty sure. Alright. I'll write your own name, we did that one. Okay, we did Samantha first, so let's just go down the line. Oh boy. Even after years of service, intense physical training, and working with heavy machinery, I still feel tiny compared to her dad. He takes a short glance at me as Samantha suddenly erupts behind my ear. Would you like your water with lime and mint, dearie? It's our summertime special. Yes, please. Thank you. Ripley waits for her to leave, carefully twirling the large glass in his claws. Once she turns the corner, his enormous body leans closer to my seat. Didn't take you for a straight edge type. No shots at the canteen? Never had anything with a good punch to it. Just some beer. May as well just drink the H2O at that point. He takes a short glance at the kitchen, then turns back to me. He nods at the liquor cabinet at the far end of the room. Wait, that's... I think you earned your right to something more refined than just H2O. What do you reckon, soldier? I'd be honored. As the family chats at the dinner table, Ripley and I take a back seat at the nearby wall, enjoying fresh glasses of bourbon. Let me get the AC rolling here. I am dying. Oh, I accidentally turned it off. Whoopsie. There we go, 75. The glasses match the luxury of the cabinet, being richly engraved from top to bottom. Looked nigh like diamonds molded into cups. His, of course, was thrice the size of mine. 2.5 years later, Ripley remains a man of a few words. The fact that he allowed me to sample the goods spoke enough about him and I. Back in black, not Iron Man. And yet, I feel the urge to pry. How's the arm? Oh yeah, because his arm got hurt. Right, ending the game unlocks 2. There aren't any more right now. The upcoming update adds 1 more. Oh boy. Talking to Naser at the dinner table gives you the most unique dialogue up until the end of the game. You could do that one last and see it through to the end of day 2. Okay. It takes a while to decipher why I'd ask about it. His small eyes wind back time to 2.5 years ago, then back to current day. Good. Ain't got into no mishaps. Was Lucy who took longer to heal than I. I'm certain she told you already. And what she hadn't told you, you most certainly could hear. Oh yeah, the smoking. Yes, sir. No need to reiterate, then. Say, I bet you'll be hearing nothing but praises now that you're back. Mine ain't gonna be unique, but let it be known, Anon, that your aid was well appreciated. You came in a clutch for Lucy when her old pa couldn't. I owe you. No need to owe anything, sir. Seeing Lucy with a smile on her face is rewarding enough. True. She damn near bawled her eyes out once you were gone, you know. Took her a while to get her bearings. I promised her I'd come back, so I have. Just wish it wasn't so early. I've had at least 4 years in mine, not just 2.5. You do look quite torn up. Thought you engineers would be in less lethal scenarios. Situational. I've done a lot of minefield work. Demolition. I trained with a unit and was tasked with blowing up doors and such. That naturally begs the question of your arm. Of course, sir. It was a mishap with a demolition charge. Negligent discharge. Couldn't rightfully tell what went wrong, though. In one moment, I've got the charge in my hand, ready to plant. Next, my hand's gone up to the forearm. Forearm, if I could fucking talk. The alcohol's kicking in already, even though it's just my first can. Ugh. I signify the radius of the impact with my finger, tracing it up to the base of my prosthesis. Ripley takes a swift sip of his whiskey and nods thoughtfully. Shame. Shame? If I lost my good arm, I'd be in a world of pain. Must take some strong guts to push through that loss and keep on going. Army accommodates that. 5 months in physical therapy. I only needed 2. Mentally, I could be doing better. Still better than some folks I've seen end up. I'm lucky to just be missing an arm. Lucy's already doing her part in cheering you up, I reckon. About time, huh? I chuckle. Maybe. Eventually, the flow of the conversation steered towards me and the rest of the family. Is this where it ends? Yeah. Oh wait, it stops here. I'd probably get tongue-tied too in her position. Or is it... Well, it just skips. Nope, Samantha's already got me wrapped around her little finger. I'll be on pirate duty this Saturday. And her queries wrapped her Jesus. Can she not give us a break? Even Ripley shared a knowing, exhausted raise of the eyebrows with me. Nah, I jest. I loved every second of her quibbling. Duty made me appreciate the little moments in life like that. I'm glad she hasn't lost her spark. A lot could have happened during this 2.5-year gap, but thankfully our family ruination wasn't one of those things. Being invited to a family dinner by Lucy should have clued me in on that. I'm still not skipping. We've had our meal, conversation has eventually slowed down. Soon enough I feel Lucy's claw against the palm of my hand. She gives me a knowing look, then prompts me to stand up. In tandem, we walk upstairs, leaving the family to chat at the table. That's the same. Alrighty. We go to the Noomer moment. Noomer. I thought she was happy to see me, but her face sported a more shy expression now. The biggest giveaway, however, were her hands. She clutched them tightly between her legs, lost in thought. I don't have to say a word. She eventually returns my curious look. Sorry about the arm, Anon. It's fine. You can call it what it is. I lost my arm. Okay, I'll just cut to the chase. I didn't want any of this to really happen to you. I used to call you names, but now it actually happened. You're back, and I'm sorry. I see. Summaries have new dialogue in some places depending on picked character, so it's worth checking them out after each talk. Oh, so you want... should go back to Ripley again? Apology accepted. There was bad blood between us. We've made some mistakes, but we settled that years ago. I know, I was just... It hit me when I saw your missing arm. And then silence. No point in forcing her to talk. She seemed like she'd already gone through great effort as is. I leave her be. I do have a feeling it's not over just yet, though. That's what I get for catching her off guard. Eventually, the flow of conversation steered me towards the rest of the family. I quietly prodded him about Naomi. He just smiled and told me to keep an eye on my mailbox. Oh yeah, the letter. Alright. If Naomi wasn't quiet enough already, she was practically hiding under the table now. Nah, I jest. I loved every second. Alright, so what's new? Nothing? Okay. They're all still talking outside. I think I can spare a moment to check this out. Huh? She wrote it by hand. I'm sorry for rudely interrupting our conversation yesterday. I'm ready to fully speak my mind now in this format. Okay, so far, so apologetic. I'm amazed that you're at peace with what happened since then. Our last encounter still weighs heavily on my mind, even if I forgot the exact words that were spoken. But I do remember the false ambitions that drove me at the time. I had a skewed perception of what a perfect life should look like, and that led me to hurt the ones I care for. You're a capable person, more than I gave you credit for. I'm sorry I didn't realize that sooner, before you had left. I hope you and I can forgive each other. A bit melodramatic of you, Naomi, but that's what holding on to regret for years can do to a person. But I get what you mean. She's gone by now, hurriedly traveling down the street with Lucy following soon after. I'll have a chance to talk to her yet. Now you saw everything there was to see for Ripley. Didn't have many ideas for him. Reed will have more. Oh, we're gonna get Reed now. Zip zoom, zip zoom, zip zoom. Oh, here we go. No? Naomi, wait. Yes, Anon? What is it? I read your letter. Oh, already? I thought you'd read it at home. What about it? I'd love to attend your wedding. That's all I wanted to say. The corners of her mouth curl into a reserved smile. We'll note it down. I'll note you down. I guess we could do Fang's song while we're here. She braces herself, all muscles tensing up following a strong inhale, then, with a pluck of strings, her old wounds open wide. The cigarette burns stretch across her skin. She winces, feeling a fresh air strike the now exposed flesh, but the pain will subside. It can now. It's safe to let it out. It's the two of us sitting here now, messed up inside and out, still trying to pick up the pieces nearly 3 years later. Life always finds a way for all the parts that got orchestrated, especially at my worst. I was in a bad spot by the time you arrived. I wasn't afraid to die. I'm still not. But life goes on regardless. It's a relief to see myself and just be okay with that, you know? Don't you feel the same way? Okay, it's the same thing. Alright. Alright, Naser. Oh boy. Hey man, thought we'd never get a chance to talk. So, what's it like to be back? Kind of a broad question, that. What do you mean? Just in general, from army life to civilian, revisiting old grounds. Does it all feel any different to you now? I noticed things I hadn't paid mind to before, for starters. Much like you, I bet. Med school, right? The second year out of 5, yes. Lucky to have me around, huh? He nods at Ocelot. Yeah, good to have a doctor on board. Never imagined you as an egghead. You mostly did sports in high school. Sound body, sound mind. I'm aiming for a master's in pharmacy while also working on my certifications. Exercise science, health and fitness, all that jazz. I'll find work as a dietitian, consultant, gym trainer, and coaching, plenty of places. Best of all, I'll make use of this stuff myself I'll make use of this stuff myself and family. The kind of stuff I heard is already immense. You'd be surprised how many gym bros attend med school. Besides that, having the inside scoop in the world of pharmacy will help us stay healthy in the long run. Ah, you really do have things figured out. Damn. Better than what I had in mind. I'm kind of winging it. Haha, get it? Winging it? Yeah, what are you up to? Engineering degree. That way I can take my experience and make it profitable. And you're the one to call me an egghead. Yeah, fair enough. Anon's been in literal war, yet Naser's the one who looks shell-shocked. Right, the itch.io page has polls people can vote in. I'm surprised how many people picked Naser. The majority did. I'll have to check that poll out. I've already caught a new missing word to add. Though again, med school. Thought you'd look more tired. Sounds like a lot of work. Could say the same about you. Been a long trip? Had the time to rest. Lucy was wonderful on stage. How'd you say she's faring now? He's not surprised by my question in the slightest. He takes a short moment to gather his thoughts. Right now, she's doing splendid. Had a rough episode, but she got through it. I'm sure she had already told you about it. Manad lets him know that he's correct in his assumption. Yeah, honestly, I was worried for her a lot, but she pulled through. Mom and Dad helped a lot. Found her reputable clients, but besides that, she had done a lot of work on her own. You'll know it once you see her room. Happy to hear it, man. I was thinking of you all every step of the way. Thinking of you all as in the family, not... I keep reading things wrong. I apologize. I'll lower my voice for this next one. Pardon the sudden shift, but I noticed you and Naomi are sitting next to each other. Yeah, what of it? How's it going between you and her? Oh, perfect timing, man. I'd like to ask you a favor, assuming you have the time for a short ride tomorrow. Hell if I know. It's my first day. What do you want? Well, hang out with you, for starters. But I'd also like to... I'm sure as hell not asking my sis about this, but... I'd like to get Naomi something special, you know? Thought you might like the opportunity too. Wouldn't you want to get something nice for Lucy? Shit, I never thought about it. So... I'll take you up on your offer. Sure, man. Say, sorry to ask again, but... Dude, you deserve to ask me anything, anytime. It's the least I can do. You learning anything about prosthetics, or will in the future? I could use some help with mine. What kind, man? A hook's a hook, and... This and some of the other attachments are okay, but I would like one of those fancier ones at some point. Mayo something? Ow. Hold on, I gotta readjust here. Yeah, I could use something too, Naser. It takes some digging, but I could do some light research on it. Guitar, I take it? Digging straight into the crux of the issue. Hurts me to say it, but he's right. I'll lower my voice, speaking a tad closer to Naser. Yeah, Lucy and I have yet to talk about it, but, you know. I can hold a pick, no? Never tried it. Didn't have the chance. I don't even know if I can reach the strings. I've seen photos of those Mayo ones. Maybe they would fare better. It's about the wrist. This, it has no wrist. It's as stiff as a board, and what I've read online doesn't give me much hope. I'm worried. Shouldn't these be tailor-made? I don't know. They took measurements and stuff. I got what I got. I'd like to think Anon had one of those blanking out things and got sucked into a jet engine. Yes, it happened in real life with footage of it. Yeah, I know about the jet engine accident stuff. A question, how does one go about modding Snoot and Wani? Where do you even start? There's videos that can teach you tutorials. I don't know where to find... Like, you'd have to look them up on YouTube. The warm smile gave way to an unconfident frown. Shit, that's never a good sign. I don't think tech's progressed enough for where you can strum or quickly change chords with that hand. I wouldn't place my bets on that, at least. You'd be better off learning to strum with your left, honestly. And what if the chords then? That part's a bit tricky. I will read up on it anyhow. You have my word. Maybe things have improved and we're none the wiser. I'd appreciate it. Thanks, man. How to mod Snoot mod. That's what I used. There's a guide on Steam guides. Yeah, that too. Look into other people's mods to see how certain things are done. Yeah, you gotta go into the codings of that. Eventually, the flow of the conversation steered towards me and the rest of the family. Say, I wonder if it's all natural or if Naser is actually helping him with maintaining this kind of muscle. Samantha's already got me wrapped around her little queries. I felt bad for Naser, especially. Poor guy felt embarrassed. Alright. Quality time. More the Naser moment. Naser's under fire. I gotta back him up. Naser just wanted to hang out with me, that's all. But I also wanted to pester him about training equipment. I want to set up a gym at my place. Lucy's completely thrown off, judging by her surprised expression. Diversion successful. Is that right? Right times two. You could have made use of one, too, you know. It's always a good idea to keep in shape. I just stick to a diet, and that's been enough for me. Is what you eat you'd really call your diet? Chicken nuggies? It's not just about muscle or weight. It can help you in day-to-day tasks too. Decompress, reduce chances of strain, build up endurance. Maybe watching me work out will change your mind. She smiles in response. I'll stick to watching, thanks. Couldn't help but feel a tinge in my heart when she said that. It lingered in me until we arrived. Reverse engineering is right. I still come through other mods or base game code to figure out how to do certain things. It's crazy that any game made in Rempe has its code laid completely barren. Had to use an unpacker for Slay the Princess. Oof. But NASCAR slows down and stops at a parking spot right next to the commercial district. Huh? This is new. Keep an eye on my mailbox, huh? They're all still talking outside. I think I can spare a moment to check this out. You didn't have to cover for me like that, man. I appreciate it. All the best for my brother from another mother. You did give me a larger piece of the sandwich way back when. That sets a precedent. I did what? When did that happen? The first few days in Volcano High. Damn, you got an exceptional memory. I wouldn't remember a dime of that. I had to delete it all for med school, you know. My brain's been trying to blur out that part of my life for a while now. But whatever I did, you're welcome. Happy to have obliged. Happy to oblige now. If we have time for it, I'd like to check out some training gear as well. We do luckily have a good selection of fitness shops in Caldera. But think we can wait on that. Carrying that stuff around a jewelry store feels like a catastrophe waiting to happen. Fine by me. Let's handle the delicate stuff first. Also, Anon, about your prosthesis, I did some digging. You probably already looked far and wide through all the public resources, so I had to dig around I'm just butchering it all. So I had to dig around I had to dig around the paid academic ones instead. Judging by that, long story short, give it a few more years. The tech is actually getting there. Save up some dough and you'll be golden in the long run. How much? Gift for Lucy times 30. Shit. But hey, still a worthwhile goal. Thanks. Hang on, one last thing. Shoot. There's no way to sugarcoat this, sorry. Just in case, save up your money for Lucy. In case her lung condition gets worse. She has an appointment in a half a year. Could end up with nothing. Could end up with a bill or two to foot. You know how it goes. Got it. Fingers crossed she'll be fine. Fingers crossed. I'll keep that in mind. There you are. I was getting worried. Naser has Vietnam flashbacks. The dyslexia is kicking up a gear, yeah. It happens. It's the perks of being super autismo, man. And we're back to the song. So, that's that. Unless there's more of an ending. And I'll save it just in case. Go to the main menu and we'll do those bonus chapters. Closing thoughts. While writing LSS, I left a lot of my notes scattered throughout the Rempe files. This is one of them, converted into a digestible bonus story. I wrote all this down while crafting the epilogue, trying to ascertain the themes and results of LSS as a whole. Thank you for reaching this point in the game. I hope you'll find these parting words worthwhile. The story had reached its high note, and you've seen it all. Now what? At this point, we neatly tied up the cast's characters' arcs and can let them go. The story doesn't need to be told anymore. Since Lucy's family and Naomi played a much larger role in the story, they are given ample time for their plot threads to be resolved. Samantha, Ripley, Naser, and Naomi are all given a chance to develop after prom and have their character arcs fulfilled. Samantha and Ripley both realize the hole they dug themselves into after Naser's accident and strive to become better parents for their children. They are transformed from simple comic relief stereotypes into fleshed-out characters. Naomi gets humbled after the events of prom night. Thanks to Anon and Lucy's willingness to make amends, she, in turn, takes time to reflect on her own actions. She receives an arc that elaborates on her existing villainous, self-centered character traits. Her relationship with Naser takes on a shape not too dissimilar of that of Fang and Anon, where one is a support anchor for another. Oh no, goodbye Volcano High! Oh no! Naser, I found, is written in Snoot game to be a bit of a pushover and the butt of the joke as the brother of the love interest. This is in contrast with his highly important role in Fang's story. I liked his characterization much more in Goodbye Volcano High, in which he's pretty much a fucking Chad compared to the guy we see in Snoot game. In LSS, he retains the emotional story arc, but also grows a backbone and some charm. Anon, while late to realize his mistakes, does change his ways, and becomes a more empathetic, supported person for Lucy's sake. He sacrifices his time and comfort to help her recover after prom. This eventually results in Lucy facing her trauma and mending her broken relationship with Naser and parents on screen. She does not magically become cured after this. The events leading to Ending 1 are acknowledged and permanent. With Anon gone, she had family that would support her in his stead. Most of the legwork was done during his stay, however. She overcame her deep-rooted insecurity and surpassed it, ridding herself of fake identities and becoming a well-known musician under her real name. A trail of cigarette burns marks the journey she underwent to achieve this success. Lucy is at long last proud to be herself. Anon, meanwhile, abandons his self-centered ways and changes himself for the sake of another. Anon in Ending 1 was content with shutting out the rest of the world and retreating to simple pleasures of video games to escape his problems. He was also an unsociable wreck that grossly misinterpreted what helping someone means, while also being a surprisingly good therapist. Alas, I don't get to point fingers here. The story relies on Anon realizing he was being a fucking idiot. Or to phrase it differently, Anon course corrects and through that confidently stumbles his way into a better, healthier mindset. A surprising sense of empathy and goodwill is something that I could have addressed better. If I were to showcase a character from the same game that handles this better, it'd be funnily enough Reed. Despite being a pothead they write him as, Reed in some cases can be surprisingly wise. That is something I address in LSS. He is, in a way, a mere reflection of Anon, who is also passive against the whims of Trish. And he, too, much like Anon, commits a huge mistake that harms the ones he loves. Anon's still a dweeb at heart, but he made great strides to become someone better, for not just Lucy's sake, but his own. This wasn't a perfect run by a long shot. The situation with Trish was grossly mishandled. Going back to how Anon handled things in OG Snoot game, Anon locked himself out of making amends here. However, he does not repeat the same mistake twice. When given opportunity, manages to bury the hatchet with Naomi. To give LSS the ample weight of being in an in-between ending of 1 and 3, he suffers major damage during his service in the military. The military service part of this story exemplifies Anon's character development. In Ending 2, it cements his status as a shut-in loner. In Ending 3, it marks his empowerment and journey of self-improvement. He is quite literally twice the man he once was. As a reminder, I did not play Ending 4, so whatever happened there is not taken into account. Oof. In LSS, it explores the role reversal, where it is Lucy that becomes Anon's emotional anchor. Thanks to the seeds he planted 2.5 years ago, he was not alone in his suffering. It's quite a contrast compared to how Ending 1 normally ends, with him being alone and abandoned. Here, in turn, he has the full support and love of the very family he was at risk of destroying. The story wraps up with Anon and Lucy coming to terms with their rocky relationship. Compared to how it started, things can only go up for them from here on out. All in all, LSS is supposed to be an exhaustive, thorough analysis of what'd go down if Ending 1 didn't end with a school shooting. May have gone a bit overboard with the theory crafting, but hey. Thank you for playing and seeing things through to the end. I hope it was fun for you to read through as it is for me to write. Cheers. So, are we ever going to hear more about Trish and Ren? Oh no. Oh no. You have to reboot Snoot game after Ending 1. That game shuts itself off, I'm pretty sure, after Ending 1. A heart shape. Not planned ending for punishment, life execution. I still feel like there's a lot to be explored with Trish and Ren. I feel like that led off at like an open-ended, another story that could be told, you know? I want to see a modder do something with Bioshock. Enough Metal Gear. Until Anon breaks mentally again to start a PMC and starts living in an oil rig in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Alright, we got one more. Caldera Holidays. Oh, come on. Give me a moment. That beer is trying to come right back up. Another successful venture into the unknown, Anon. You came, you saw, you conquered. You can be quite forgetful at times, however. Even more so regarding important things. The past few months have already become a blur in my head, even though I managed to rent out and renovate an art studio for Lucy. These past 3 days in Caldera, though. Please take the cake. I'm not letting my brain forget those. I haven't really gone out too much once I returned from the service. This is my first real holiday trip in years. I got to spend it with Lucy and her bro, who, of course, brought Naomi along. Samantha was invited over by a friend, but she stayed out of the way for the most part. Only came along to check out our apartment. I still can't comprehend I'm back home. Just a few hours ago, I was trudging on steep urban hills in a foreign town, feet aching from exhausted wear and tear. I'm lying on my bed like none of it had time to happen. The 2-hour ride back home feels like a passing memory already. It sucks how much of my brain is already trying to filter out. Much of the experience was in all of the subtitlese? In short moments, the unexpected. I'm sorry for being retarded. Say, like... First, day 1, the commute to Caldera. Very first obstacle makes itself known. Numer. Naomi forgot to stamp her student card. She was dragged off to the side by a conductor in the first few minutes of the ride. It was odd considering how she usually is on track with obligations, but hey, first time for everything. No, you get Duran Duran. Wasn't Duran Duran not even canon, like not even in the game? After that short commotion, the road went smoothly. We shut out the announcements blaring from the speakers and relaxed to the rural view. It was a warm summer morning, sun peeking out from behind the vast expanse of trees and farm buildings. Seen plenty of those in my time in the army, but never for purely recreational purposes. They rarely survived the onslaught. It was like a weight was lifted off my chest. Funny, considering Lucy had been resting atop me. I really don't know how she managed to stay so slender with her diet of chicken nuggies. We arrived at Caldera Central Station in 2 hours. From there, it took us well over 3 hours to reach the hotel. Granted, most of that time was spent in a neat little cafeteria, but still. The apple pie there was priceless. We nearly bought out the whole tray. Curiously enough, we saw a special 3+1 deal on Sunday. Shame we didn't pay them a visit before leaving. Felt like it was designed just for us. From there on out, we made some small-time shopping and moved to our quasi-luxurious household. The place was surprisingly cheap at only $50,000 or so. Looked beautiful from inside and out. Like a real luxurious resort. Even had a beach and full access to the lakeside attractions. But then you'd try to wash the dishes, and the sink was so badly designed it'd splash water everywhere. Or the handle of said sink would fall off. Or the air conditioning in every room would not work. Or the fridge would smell like ass and have wet stains on the back wall. Shit, was Naomi pissed. She mentioned on a few occasions she'd write them an earnest, painfully honest review after this was all over. Didn't care much for all that, so long as the floor held in one piece, but I appreciated the hustle. Lucy, similarly, was just glad no spiders were to be had in the sinks. Day 2 is where the real fun began. After a slow breakfast, we moved to the lakeside. I considered renting out a boat to steer by myself, try my luck without Mr. Aaron being there to help me out, but I realized it'd take away from my time with Lucy. To that end, we did hit up a captain and eventually found our way to the docks. Naser was surprisingly knowledgeable on boats. He asked the captain for tips, helped take the buoys out of the water, readied the mast, all of it. All the while, Naomi watched the lake floor on a small screen they had on the back. Lucy was the first to climb the front of the boat. It looked fun, but like I'm a beefcake. I was worried I'd throw it off balance, but she reassured me. Just get your ass up here, Anon. The boat is steady. What if it capsizes? Don't worry, it won't. That's what I get for you not picking the Navy. Come on up, soldier. Take my hand and stick close to the center. Just watch the sail. Okay. What now? See these metal bars? Put your feet against them. She tapped her bare heels on the metal railings lining the boat's edges. Idiot-proof design, you'll live. And if push comes to shove, I'll hold you. No shoving, please. And even then, I'm not sure that's a good idea unless you brought your swimming suit. I did. She taps the lining of a thin elastic outfit lightly visible beneath her baggy white shirt. Wait, did you not bring your swimming trunks? Oh, whoops. God, Anon, you're such a dweeb. It's like you want to drown by wearing those long trousers. So will the boat crash again? We relaxed at the helm, waving hello to other folk and even meeting some of the captain's friends along the way. Still, I was kind of scared to do anything past sitting or laying low atop the boat. Lucy was the one standing tall and posing for Naomi's camera. Speaking of which, Naomi herself was laying on Naser's lap, fast asleep beneath the shade of her summer hat. He was, meanwhile, keeping the captain occupied with small talk. I caught some of what they were talking about. Turns out the lake is used up in almost its entirety for recreational purposes. Just this week alone, a new shallow spot in the water was found, and it was already swarming with kids. Waved hello to those as well. Everyone was surprisingly sociable today. Must be a traveling thing. Even as we were departing from Caldera and waving goodbye to Mr. Aaron, some bald guy on a bench was happily lifting his hand as well. The other activity we had in mind, the canoe trip, was more up my alley. Welcome to the E4 aquarium trip of LSS. After a 30-minute ride to the outskirts, we had to wait for the canoe service to arrive. We stood around a beautiful crossroads with pine cone trees 10 times my height. Oh no, she angy. I think I counted up to 12 mosquito bites on Lucy's leg, both shins in complete pain as these tiny devils and evolved to pierce dinosaur scales. Luckily, none of them came after me. All that time hunting for dino blood made them confused on what they caught made them confused when they caught my scent, I guess. What blood type is she? I hear mosquitoes really love type O. I know from personal experience. Lucy would snatch up my hand and rub it all over herself, but none of that magic of human scent really rubbed off on her. And that was before realizing that Naomi had a repellent gel all this time. The bite stung far less once we took to the water. Finally, the right car drove by. The canoes were heavy as shit, but I pretty much managed to move them myself. Naser took his time instead to instruct the girls and I on canoe etiquette and stuff, plus Naomi brought the single-use bags to package our stuff. Lucy squealed upon feeling the cold water hit her feet, but entering the canoe itself went without a hitch, barely swayed to the side when she hopped on. I'd be careful sitting down in the back. I could genuinely turn it over if I wasn't decisive with my movements. Some water was splashed. Turns out I was supposed to enter first. Whoops. Naser had an idea to mimic the sails of the boat with his wings, but that idea fell short once the canoe nearly capsized. Meanwhile, Lucy and I debated on who should control the steering. I eventually won that argument, but not before hitting some reeves, or the lovebirds in front of us. Again, that's something you're supposed to figure out before sitting down. Hey, what's taking you so long? We're enjoying the sights, and you? Come on, let's race. We race every time we go canoeing. Give it a break just this once. Say, just race ahead and loop back around to us, okay? Do as many loops as you want. But that's no fun. You picked the easy route on purpose. We picked it together, thank you very much. Sorry, sis. You heard the organizer. Ugh. Hang on. The paddle. Now. Eventually, her competitive spirit wanted to wane down, and we got to relax in tandem with Naser and Naomi. Or rather, a few sharp turns away from Naser and Naomi. They were, somewhere in the back, we had hoped. In the end, I did most of the paddling, letting Lucy relax and enjoy the sights. The Lego hand was finally put to good use. We passed through the narrow swampy-like passage, a full-blown bayou the span of half a mile, between the bluffs, down and through the Caldera city. Saw a lot of dragonflies that had black gradient wings. Naomi said they were like butterflies of the swamp. Got to see them up close in a museum too. Courtesy of her, of course. Speedy fuckers. Not as bad as the swans, though. We came across them and their offspring at our path. At that point, Lucy and I agreed to wait for the lovebirds to reach us. We needed the aid of our walking, talking encyclopedia for this one. As cute as the swan's gray, fuzzy signets were, I think that's what she called them, we could tell that coming any closer spelled trouble. If we were to die here, we needed eyewitnesses. Naomi indeed had some trivia on those. They could snap our arms like twigs if provoked. Lucy had a dumb idea. We should bum rush them and yell like crackheads. Somehow it worked. As we surpassed Naser and Naomi and flung our paddles with great force, the swans swam like crazy. Locals said it's the fastest they ever seen them flee too. Can confirm, I'd run for the hills too if I saw Lucy yelling at me like that. Those Ripley genes are not to be underestimated. Type 0 OST. Oh, is that where the Final Fantasy is? I'd never played Final Fantasy 0. Mosquitoes were afraid of Anon's aura. Mosquito song by Queens of the Stone Age is creepy as fuck. You know the video of the fat guy singing in the canoe and then flipping over? Not offhand. That wasn't even the worst of the attractions, though, because our road was blocked halfway through. They either forgot to tell us, or I wasn't listening, but the path was blocked because of the rising water level. We straight up couldn't proceed without taking the canoes out and moving them to the other side by hand. Thing is, there was no pre-made path for us to do this safely, only a torn-up, muddy slope leading directly to the deep water. One wrong move and you're sinking into the depths. No problem for me. I've gone through worse in boot camp. I moved the canoes and held them steady for everyone. Lucy didn't show it, but I could tell she was scared shitless when she had to climb over the front seat without capsizing the canoe. She managed, but Raptor fucking Jesus, that was too close for comfort. The rest of the path was nice, even if it had a no canoeing sign that was a fucking lie. Or how the destination was placed right in front of a waterfall. Caldera is one big land of contradictions, I swear. I hope we get to do that again sometime, hopefully with an actual race this time. We need to find a replacement for Naomi, though. Following the mantra, the walk back home was as fun as it was annoying to figure out. Since we landed in the middle of the town, we had to find a way back. We jumped through a crap ton of hoops trying to find the best route home. We left that work to Naomi and Lucy, who were masterful with the GPS. Naser tried to keep up with their theory crafting, but I could tell he was barely trudging along behind their fast swiping. I personally hoped to have a better grasp of the town without a need for tech, but nah, the tech won this one. Maybe if we'd gone out there for a week instead of just 3 days, I'd be able to walk them everywhere on foot, but oh well. Do you even know what street corner you're on? What? Me? Our bus arrives at 10. Come this way. Chop chop. Eventually, after moving between 3 separate buses, we finally went down to the last stretch on foot. We came across the beach and had a wonderful time there. Passed by a guy walking a dog. It was carrying a deflated ball in its mouth. Naturally, it piqued Lucy's interest first. As the dog clumsily dropped the ball and sent it down the sidewalk, Lucy kicked the ball sky high. Perfect catch and landing to boot. Cool dog. Lucy now wants one. Shit. Food was great, though. Tasted delicious after such a long trek. Some kind of open-air concert was going on a nearby rooftop. It set a great mood and hyped the errands up to go for a swim. Oh, is this connected to... what is it, Trish and Ren? Or am I just schizoing here? Naomi and I waited on the shores as the 2 siblings dunked right into the cold water. I resorted to only dipping my toes. I forgot to pack my swimming trunks anyway. Didn't know there was even a beach here. I didn't mind the sights, though. Well, one of them. One for me, one for the lady behind me. Naomi, can you take a few photos? Sure thing, sweetie. Anon, would you mind being in the shot? Sure, it's fine. Just make sure to pick up my good side. Lucy huddled close to me, wet from wing to toe, with nothing but a large towel covering her swimsuit. Luckily, it was a short route back to the hotel. A similar scenario occurred with the half-naked Naser, who, alas, had to apply a crap ton of repellent to survive the walk. He reeked, forcing Naomi to keep her distance. First time in forever that they did something without hugging. Honestly, though, it was a rarity to see them do something together without embracing. I wasn't fully paying attention, but any short chat between them was always interspersed by a silent hug or an audible kiss. wasn't until evening hours when the party whittled down to the four of us playing card games. The intimacy died down. What remained, distilled by late hours and untiredness, was true friendship. I guess the same could be said about us. I'll grab another swig. What happened? Jesus, this mod is long as hell. Yeah, for 3 months, this is long. It's crazy. Next thing you're gonna tell me, all it takes is to kill a goblin is to pour water on it. It's charmed to those dumb flicks ain't on. They're cult classics for a reason. Not my type, sorry. At least he didn't sleep through the semi-final unicorn. It's hard to fall asleep when a tree with huge tits shows up on screen and smothers the pro tag. I was hoping you'd have liked the rest of the movie, too. Sorry, but that was borderline Finish that sentence. Go on. Mwah. All that ends up happening is a quick smooch. A snooch, if you will. That settles our argument instantly. Self-care routine Lucy made for me was nice. Smeared some kind of sample face cream she got from an apothecary. Apparently you can get dozens of those by just going places. I was the exact opposite of Naomi, who bought her stuff fair and square. I saw plenty of exclusive bottles lining the bathroom shelves. My cheap brand of shower gel, in comparison, stood out like a sore thumb. Chicken nuggies. We spent the rest of that night baking all the food we had left in the fridge. All of it had to go before the next day. We overestimated how much we really needed. Brain, did I mention that the oven was terrible too? 'Cause it fucking was. I had no clue what any of the buttons did. I still don't even know how it turns off. Naser didn't either, but he tried his best to study it by hand. I couldn't be arsed, and I was the combat engineer. It just did at some point. We left it alone, hands raised in defeat. Third day, that was when the aching really hit. Still had plenty of time before our evening train would arrive. Naomi saved the best for last and took us to the local taxidermy display. A ton of stuffed animals. I got to hear too much trivia about species I've never seen and never would in my entire life. Thankfully, no monkeys, or human specimens as a matter of fact. The giant-ass fish that they had in display was nice, nearly twice my own height and length. El Gigante, oh no! The mod. Oh. Your time will come yet. Ripley's boat sends its regards. Surprisingly, Naomi had utmost of Lucy's attention. Together, the girls roamed from exhibit to exhibit, fawning over cute birds with furry talons or tiny owls. Naser and I mostly just walked behind the girls, trying to fruitlessly massage the pain away from our feet. By the time the train came, we were all spent. I'm still resting right now, a few hours after the fact, and the ache has yet to go away. Raptor Jesus, I'm getting a better pair of shoes next time. This was a mistake. And Samantha had us making a report too. Naomi, thankfully, gave us a nod and distracted Sam long enough for Lucy and I to run for a taxi. Bless her for that. She's more of a schemer than she makes herself out to be. I mean, she always has been. Never mind, I'm tired. The oven is written in IKEA runes. Tired but happy, that trip was well worth it. We're going canoeing to a different place next month. Until we meet again, Caldera. And I forgot to buy a magnet for the fridge. Great. Perhaps another time. And that's it. It's the whole mod. Let's see if I can lift myself up this time. And we're done under 2 hours. It's crazy. Ugh. Ow. Yeah, that triggered it. That did it. Oh, Lord. You didn't buy a fridge magnet. Heresy, yeah. Let me... Hopefully the music isn't pouring through to the mic. Hold on a minute. Oh, I have to fucking, like... the alcohol is crawling its way back out. And I'm not burping on mic. Don't forget the extras. Oh, like pictures and stuff. What is there we're missing? We pretty much got all the... Oh, we're missing one, apparently. We're just missing one, and I don't know where we missed it. Bonus stories. Now, let me position my ass back. Oh, I'm not ready. I don't want my tailbone to die. Oh, Lord. I didn't want that either. Pork's gonna have diarrhea. No, it's not the diarrhea. It's my tailbone that hurts. And then I have, like... And then I have the burps from the alcohol. Ow. I'm pretty sure the diarrhea is the least of my concerns right now. This mod is a big boy, and it's not fully over yet. Gut issues. No, it's more like stomach issues. Gut issues is... Gut issues is toilet. Stomach issues is either upward gas or needing to barf. All the sprites used. This fucking... Oh, you don't... Oh. Oh, dude, you can go up and down. Wow. When are we going to see more of Ren? I feel like there's another story to be had. Backgrounds. The Slay the Princess themed art is beautiful, yeah? Extras. I know there was chapter select. Intro, helper, Anon's guitar quest, multiple. Anon meets Fang's mom, debug menu, next page. Fang gets her new clothes, Ripley's point of view. Monday after prom, family confronts Samantha. Making amends, facing Naomi, last day. 2.5 years later, family dinner, Anon tries the guitar, Anon's guitar pick quest, gifts, and that's it. Yes, I want to mod the mod. Is it my controller that's making it twitch out like that? Probably. No, I didn't want that. Extras. About. Approximate length 5 to 6 hours, endless. Thanks to my friend Michael for acting the role of co-writer, expert, and consultant. Read about the game on its itch.io page. Long story short, it's E3 if the failed prom night from E1 was the starting point. I don't know what it is with the flashing. I don't know. That's pretty much it, I think, unless I'm missing something. I could say that because it's our word. Nugget. Okay, Chocobo. Those beaked bimbos. But yeah, I had a blast. So I guess there's an update coming for the mod. I don't know what's going to add exactly, but I'm hoping we can expound on the Trish and Ren situation a bit more. I feel like it wasn't exactly finished, like it was left open-ended. You can still check out the polls on itch.io after that. It's well waiting for the update. Harsh? Oh, because I called you a chocobo. It's your origins. Happy to see you're eager for a Trish Ren story. Yeah, because, like I said, I feel like there's more you can do with that. I feel like it was just left on an ambiguous note, where it could be good or bad, where she starts like a new kind of like friendship with like a Fang-alike, to put in terms. Alright, I don't know, Wednesday will be, Wednesday or Friday, depending on how things go, because I have grocery shopping tomorrow, and then I have follow-up appointment for the ear infection, because I don't think it actually went away on Wednesday. But that's going to be more in the morning-ish hours, so I'll probably be back for a stream if I'm feeling up for it. They're probably going to prod the ear again, I don't know. Barely saw the dude. Wait, the prom follow felt like it was solved way too fast, but that's just me. Oh, Reed needs some more time too. I don't know. There's probably more room for bonus stories. And there's more chance of bonus stories happening here than in Wani, and that's sad. Reed is being introduced into the game after the army time skip. You can chat with him, and the dinner party shows up in the new bonus story. Yeah. There you go. But there is still plenty of time tonight. Maybe I'll boot up Apuna again. I don't know. Man, I've been itching to play that game. Yes, Senator, that is addressed and thoroughly reworked. I've heard that's a common problem with Cope Fix. The prom stuff being rushed. But yeah, we'll probably play I Don't Want to Forgive That Gator Wednesday or Friday. We'll play it by ear. I'll probably just throw it up on the YouTube, and we'll see where it goes. Pork needs his Opuna fix. I've gotten hooked. The game's definitely has its issues, but when I can circumvent those issues, the game's pretty fucking solid, I'm not gonna lie. Right, are you passing without saying what? I'll be going. Alright, Zhao. Have a good night. It'd be funny if Richo Fen shows up and starts doing COD zombie stuff. Oh, okay. Just in general, things get resolved so fast, yeah. Turn war-torn Anon into Venom Snake. Have him do a flashback during one of his excursions or something in the military. I don't know. God, Pork, you butchered the name. No, I don't know that much to care. I'm sorry. I'm in my own world. Can't believe it's been like an hour and 30. And I get going too. Forgot to sleep last night. It's really hitting me right now. Alright, I'll see you later, Giuseppe. Gotta hit the hay. Thanks for the stream. No problem, Sabik. Yeah, I see you play, what is it? Mycopunk sometimes. It'd be nice to, like, Play, find someone to play that with, dude. I've been hating the solo experience of that game, and I avoid it. It sucks. Pork's World now on HBO Max. You heading to bed too, Crescenario? Everyone's going to bed. Oh boy. I don't know if I'll pick up another stream tonight. I mean, usually there's a select few that come to those anyway. Everyone here is usually just for Snoot, and that's completely okay. I've been playing it with my homies. We could play sometime. Yeah, let me know. I'm literally a NEET, so pretty much any time where I'm not sleeping probably works. Thanks for the stream again. Really happy to see someone play it from start to finish. My mod like that. Yeah, I'm surprised the other guys, like, who usually do Snoot, haven't jumped on it. It feels so weird being, like, the first one to, like, just jump on a mod and stream it. But I know, Jacked usually is busy probably, coding for devlog, if not streaming his own things. Humanito, well, he did, what was it? Mega Love Mania. And then he just dropped off again. There's a few other, like, low time, streamers that barely get any views that do a lot of modding. And they do, like, fiction reading, too. It's crazy. I'm a low level, though. You say that as you beaten a level 6. You have, like, the level 6 achievement, which I don't have yet. I mulled it over the level 6 thing on stream. Dude, that was like an epic crash out. Like, I think I ended my stream somewhat right after failing that with, like, randos, and it sucked. Maybe I'll get Mycopunk. Yeah, I'd probably suggest it on sale if you could, but I don't know. It's a mixed bag. And I only say that through solo experience. Obviously, any game multiplayer with your friends is going to be better than playing it alone, of course, but I don't know. It's going to bed too. It's past midnight for me. All right, Snoot Talk. Jacked. I mean Jack Kid, as in the streamer guy. I'm talking about Myco. Yeah, I've been longing to find people to play it with that aren't randos. The nerd himself. Wait. Caveman on single-handedly advertised the game for me on Discord. I got really fucking lucky. Even gave me feedback. Yeah. That's pretty cool. At level 6, everything's a bullet sponge. I know, right? I fucking zip zoom. Because I know, like, standing still is just death. Movement is death, but standing still is also death. There's, like, 2 I know who does Snoot constantly. One of them even did Purple Drank now. They're both Colombian. I wouldn't know. Unless I know and don't remember offhand. And I don't know if that's due to being low level. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the progression in that game. Like, I like it, but I wish it could be expounded on more, like being able to upgrade the upgrades themselves instead of just letting it go to RNG. It's sad. But yeah, I'm yapping. I don't know if I'll be streaming tonight. I mean, if I can maybe gather people for Mycopunk. If Crescenario's down for Mycopunk, or unless he's going to bed. Otherwise, maybe Apuna, I don't know. Maybe it'll be something else completely different, I don't know. I've got loads of backlog to go through. Oh yeah, Xena, I remember Xena. Or Zen. He doesn't come around that much anymore. He used to make the cameo appearance, but now he's vanished. But yeah, I guess we'll wrap it up here. And well, if anyone wants to do Mycopunk, just post in the Discord or something. Otherwise, I'll probably maybe get another stream together or something. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. If not, tomorrow is another day. I'll catch you guys sooner or later. How about that?